You know, we have people losing their homes in wildfires right now. There are things that are really hard to fix, and every one of us is going to encounter something like that in our lives. So it's not a huge leap of imagination to go, I can learn from these people. And the cool thing about people with disability is that it's not time bound. I mean, they are dealing with this every minute of every day. So let's listen to them. You know, let's put them up on a soapbox and go, how do you do it? Because they have a lot of answers.
Yes, they do. That's so true. And the thing, I think what the two people who I was most captivated by in the videos, I'm sure it's different for everybody. The first one was Dylan. I mean, what a remarkable human being. What were your biggest takeaways as you got to spend time with him? You spent way more time with him, so I'm really interested. But his intellect and he blends like this enormous intellect with this poetic way of expressing himself that is so authentic and so beautiful. I just want to, like, I can just listen to him all day.
Oh, okay. I'm sending this to him. I just talked about him with Faye last week, and she asked how, because I actually got to film Dylan in person 3 times with the whole film crew when we thought we were, you know, this was pre-pandemic and we thought we were doing a documentary. And she said, because Dylan is quadriplegic, he can't use his mouth, he can't eat with his mouth, his only communication device is his eyes. So even his voice is automated, it's not his voice. And she said, what was that like? Because when you interview, you want to engage with your subjects. And I thought that was such a great question. I actually just started crying because I was recalling the experiences we had with him. He had all of us in tears. And we were listening to a robot voice answering questions that he had pre-recorded because, you know, it would take too much time for the motion eye tracking device. But he transcends the disability, the inability to move. His big blue eyes communicate everything. And if you probably experienced that even in the videos, you know, he can't, there's nothing moving. And actually there was one video where some of the ability, he likes to be able to smile. That was another, he had some movement here. And he's starting to lose some of that movement there. And he was really scared about that loss because it was yet another way to communicate with a human being so that they don't just look at him and feel pity. He is radiant, and in struggling, we text a lot, you know, almost weekly, and he's not in an awesome living situation. He struggles with his caregivers. He depends on everything from, you know, to get through his day, and it's not optimal. So he's not, you know, Susie Sunshine all the time. But he will also say in the same breath that all he ever wanted was to, I don't want to use the word enlightened, but to reach his fullest potential as a soul on this planet. And for him, he thought that was through Aikido. And then when, you know, that fell through, he thought it was through becoming a physician. And then when the ALS came, he realized, well, this is my vehicle. Then if I'm still going to stick to the same goal of becoming the most radiant human being that I can possibly be, then I have to see ALS as my teacher for that. And you know, one moment he's cursing it, and the next moment he's going, wow, okay. I almost want to connect the two of you. You know, we did a podcast with him. It was unusual because he had to pre-record everything, but I think the two of you could have a really exciting conversation together. He's just a dear human being.
It comes across, and I'm just, how did you, like, the